How to stay motivated? What I want to chat about is protein and my progression.
Here's the tea on the dating situation.
How to stay on track with your diet.
Oh my god, that ended up getting a little tipsy.
Try to have fun today, so I'll do this. To show you the most low-calorie, high-protein Chipotle meal ever. I'm gonna point out all my favorite sources of protein in the grocery store. Woo!
I'm someone that's very disciplined, but this year I really want to find balance, and I set a goal for myself to like have more fun this year. And during the night of the last video I posted, I actually ended up getting a little tipsy, which is something that usually never happens. And I think today should actually chat about like alcohol and still staying on track of your fitness. When I fill this massive bottle up in the morning, what I do is because last year I was really bad staying hydrated, not because I don't like drinking water. I love drinking water, but because it takes so long to fill up like water, and I'm a pretty impatient person. Like that's like one of my really not so great qualities that I'm working on. But so if I have to all day like stand and fill up a glass of water, like I don't have the patience for that, so I didn't drink enough water. But now that I have this big bottle, what I do is while I'm like filling it up in the morning, I do my visualization of where it is that I want to go. If you're impatient like me, then whenever you do that thing that you don't feel like doing, if you spend the time visualizing, then it won't feel like it was a waste of time, which is something that I sometimes feel like, you know, if I can't be productive with something while I'm doing it. And yes, I'm working on it. And now we're about to go work out. I rarely ever get Starbucks coffee, but when I do, I save the cup so that if I ever want to grab it to go, just drink out of this cup. There's sometimes like something about drinking from a Starbucks cup. Am I the only one who thinks that? Also, if you're confused as to why I'm wearing lipstick, it's because I've recorded 2 podcast episodes this morning, and I felt like I needed a little like, you know, when you wake up at 4 and you're a little looking, then lipstick can sometimes help you feel a little more awake, a little more alive, a little more, let's motivate people. Oh, that was so hot. Oh, it's a comfy hoodie. I love a comfy hoodie. Mission is to not spill the coffee on white hoodie. If I accomplish that, we're off to a good start with today's vlog. I'm so excited to be vlogging today. Like, I feel like I haven't vlogged for so long. Like, just a normal, you know, little life update. Oh, thank you for watching. If you still are here, I'm grateful. It's fun. It's exciting. Am I just procrastinating to go to the gym at this point? So, I have been doing this thing all year that like elevators don't exist, or at least like whenever I can, like I always take the stairs. But the night, like the day that after I had drank, I took the elevator up to my apartment because I'm on 4th floor, so it's like nothing serious. That's why it's easy to walk. But that day I was like, I'm gonna take the elevator today, because your body just feels different when you have drank. It just doesn't feel the same. But if you do drink, and that is like a part of your weekly routine, that you make sure to still do the workout that you had promised yourself to do, and still do all the same thing, do all the same work tasks and everything that you had planned to do. So I didn't take the stairs, and then after like a few hours after I'd woken up, I still did all the work tasks. I still went and did my workout. I still did those things that I knew were gonna make me feel really good afterwards. It's just about doing them regardless, right? So I really think that there is a way to make drinking alcohol possible while still staying on top of your workout routine. I think it will be harder, so therefore I think you need a lot more self-discipline to still do the thing that you had promised yourself to do, regardless of whether you drink or not. I personally will not make it become a weekly thing. Like last year I had like 1 drink one night. This year, that night I had like 3 drinks. 2 of them were really small, but the 3 drinks made me, oh my gosh, really feel it.
To give you a little bit of context, when I was a teenager, starting at like age 13, 14, I would drink every weekend and get a little bit too much alcohol in the system. And then when I turned like 21, 22, it got less and less and less. And the last 3 years or so, it's been like once a year, maybe I would drink.
And I feel like because I felt like it that night, like I feel good about having done that. It was good for me to do that one night, and maybe I'll do it again at one point. I won't do it to make it a weekly thing, but we just always do the thing that feels right to us in the moment, as in like, obviously if every night it feels like
right to drink and eat brownies and do all the things that isn't aligned with our long-term vision, then of course we gotta question it. But for me that night, like, I know it was good that I did that, because I tend to be very strict with myself, very disciplined, and so having sometimes a little bit of a change up maybe is good. I don't know. What do you think? Let me know. I started going to a new gym called Sioux Culture, and today I'm doing upper body. Yesterday I did lower body, and I did like 10 by 10 challenge. So like every exercise I did 10 reps of 10 sets, which is insane. I also still do the group classes, so I try to mix it up. The universe is crazy because I've been reflecting on some of the things that I want to do this year. And there's this one company I worked with a few years ago, and it was just the best experience. And I was like, oh my gosh, it would be so cool to do something else with them. And they just reached out saying that they're doing this thing that I can audition for. So I'm gonna audition for that for sure. And also send it to a few friends because maybe they could wanna audition as well for it. It's just crazy how the universe and law of attraction works, right? Like when we put things out there, sometimes they come back to us. Maybe you can use that as your little reminder to like write down some of the things that could be really cool to do this next month, maybe.
Today I'm doing a super simple and easy workout that's great for when you just want to get in a quick little upper body session. I'm focusing on my back and shoulders and abs. And then there's like one bicep exercise. It's not a muscle I'm focusing on a lot. I do have my 12-week transformation program in the description in case you're looking to get in badass shape, because some of the workouts in there, they're intense. When it comes to training abs, I always make sure to add extra weight and really go as hardcore as when I train any other muscle group. Also, these back extension pulses look so weird, but they feel so good on my back.
Oh my goodness, it is so sunny out today. That makes me so happy. There is a grocery store right over here. So I think we're gonna go grab some stuff for our shirataki that we're gonna make today. I asked you guys on my story to send in some questions and I've already gotten some. So we'll see if we can answer some of those as we go about today. I feel like most questions are about nutrition and training, which we're gonna chat all about in this video. But one of them is also how to like stay motivated. And I feel like anyone who's watched my videos know that my morning routine is like the place where I get motivated for the day, because I don't wake up motivated. But during the journaling, meditation, ask yourself, what's something that can make me proud of myself today? Ask yourself, what am I grateful for today? What's the one thing you've been procrastinating that if you did, you know it's gonna make you feel amazing? Ask yourself, what are your goals? If you could do anything, what would you want to do with your life? Remind yourself of all the challenging things that you've gone through in life so that you can reconnect and remind yourself of how freaking badass you were during those situations, so that you can bring back up that badassness that you got inside of you. It's powerful. I'm gonna take 2 bowls so that I have one for the little recipe we're making and one for now. A little snack, a little protein, because that is something that's very important after you've worked out.
We're also grabbing some soy sauce and some miracle noodles.
Something I want to chat about is protein and me, my progression and my thoughts on it. And that is that when I first started my fitness journey, I realized the importance of it and how it could really help change my body composition, which is true, right? But I took it to the extreme, and like every meal I ate, I needed a certain amount of protein. And then when I went on the Ayurveda retreat last year, we only ate vegan food. All the meals were just very low in protein. And so at first I had this fear, oh my gosh, I'm gonna lose all my muscle, like my body's gonna change so much, like, you know, the thoughts that we can have in our head. But then after the week, I realized that like nothing happened, right? And also because the Ayurveda retreat was just like such a healing experience. I just felt like this thing that I had been holding on to so strictly got released, and I've got a much more like free relationship with food just in general since that retreat. It was really healing and good for me. I totally like lost the nail, so I'm gonna glue it back on. I do think that the majority of people who are going about their fitness journey worry more about the workouts, which the workouts are crazy important, but there needs to be more focus on diet if they really want to see results. Both when it comes to losing weight, if that's your goal, that it really is all about just taking in less than what you put out. If you want to lose weight, it's all about being in a caloric deficit. If you want to gain weight, caloric surplus. Body composition is like the protein and the macros that you eat, right? As well as the workouts, of course. Are you gonna be grossed out if I tell you that I haven't had any food today and the first thing I'm eating is literally just like pure fish bar? Well, so we're ready for some shirataki situation. I'm trying to make it both of them land and then make this transition into like the noodles being in there. Okay, so each of these packages have 5 calories, which is pretty crazy. Something really exciting happened, and that is that I'm just draining the water out of these. I got back with the first agency that I was with when I came to the States. They sponsored my first work visa here, and I've since been with different modeling agencies, but when I was with this agency, because it's a smaller one, more boutique, you know, like when you're with a big agency, they have more massive clients they work with, and when it's a smaller one, then they take very good care of the ones that they do have. So I'm very excited to be back straining the second one. You can kind of see what I meant here with the throwing of the spaghetti. It's for a reel and a short on TikTok. Now we heat it up on the pan and let that, like, all the water dissipate. Is that the word? Now, while that is doing its thing, we're gonna need to make a sauce. And this is when the fun stuff comes in, because I put some soy sauce in here. I did put some sesame oil in here, but that's actually not a part of the recipe. You don't need to do that, but what is a part of the recipe that you do need, I mean, you don't need it, but if you want to make it peanut butter delicious, then you do need it, because it's so good. It is the PP2. We're gonna mix that in the soy sauce and mix it around. Oh, it's some good peanut buttery. Now I'm gonna add some beans, onion, and now we add the shrimp. And last but not least, the sauce. Add a little salt, a little pepper, if you want, obviously. I just finished eating the eggs that I always make on my vlogs, so I decided not to share them while making them. And now I'm on my way to get some apples, because I love apples. I showed you in my last vlog that this is something that has become a daily tradition. That I go to the store that's close to me and they have apples, so I'm happy. I just reshot something for this brand. It's a little brand dealership that I'm doing, which I actually have a few of in January. I feel so grateful when brands want to work with me. If it's like products that I use myself, I'm really passionate about sharing with people. I just think that's the coolest thing ever. It's all because of you. If you guys didn't watch my videos, nobody would want to collaborate with me, so I just gotta thank you. Always choose the most red ones. Those are my favorites because those are the sweetest. I just looked at the questions that were sent to me, and one of them was how to stay on track with your diet when you're like, there's so many temptations. And I think for me, sometimes like rules is the best thing, because once you've set rules into place, then you don't have to keep battling between like, should I have one more piece of cake or should I not? If you've already made a decision, made a rule for yourself as to when you can eat the cake and when you can't eat the cake, how much cake you can eat, because you know that that's what's aligned to what you deep down want, what you want your life to look like long term. Everything is just so much easier. So maybe make some rules for yourself. Just don't make them too strict. Like, it's a lifestyle. It's not a jail. It is so insane the amount of times the last week I've seen the number 44. I mean, I know I say it often on my vlogs, but it's insane. My angels are with me. Ooh, I said that right as I sat down in the sun. Okay, a little bit more work and then we're good. Also, I got this massive screen from my dad for Christmas, which I'm so grateful for. But I still haven't figured out how to manage to make it work. Now I'm just editing. I got an opportunity to work with Warner Brothers for a little like TikTok video. So I'm wearing this like Friends suit. It's like a little morning stretch situation video. Kind of fun. And again, it's because of you guys. I'm so grateful. To give you a little bit of an idea of what my work tasks look like right now I am trying to upload the podcast episodes that I made this morning so that my editor can edit it so that it's going to be ready to upload. I usually go through it myself as well afterwards, but just like, you know, the key things. And I am doing some emails with different brands I work with different contracts that I have to go through, like just different like people reaching out and getting back to them. I also usually spend a lot of time editing, which I did just actually edit a video, but I'm trying to not do too much of that. I'm trying to have fun today, so I'll be done in like 20 minutes. Then there are 3 fun things that we got to do that came up while I was doing this little bit of a work situation. This is the weirdo combo, but I'm more hungry, so we're making some oatmeal with the best protein powder of all time. Oh no, we're running out, but it will do.
it will do.
All right, it's time. We got 3 things on our to-do list.
Fun things.
Also, you know how I said it was windy today? This massive leaf just dropped from the palm trees. California love. The goal is to jump over that. Run over the street, jump over.
Wow, what a beautiful girl.
Go grocery shopping, and I'm always down for a little grocery shopping. Some questions about protein, so I'm gonna point out all my favorite sources of protein in the grocery store. Turkey, chicken breast is always good. Shrimp is mwah. I love a good salmon. And whitefish I love. And tilapia is actually very good too. And I honestly prefer it already cooked because that just makes my life a little easier. I mean, even a little sandwich meat, we know we love faya and Greek yogurt and skip, which is basically the same. I feel like you guys already know all of the protein things I like, but let's still keep this little round going. There's my favorite source of protein. Yeah.
My favorite source is not here. What? I feel like I have a curse on the egg whites because I told you that every time I'm here.
I know. They're usually here when I'm here. I always come here for the egg whites because here they got the best egg whites.
They're the best.
It's the best egg whites.
They're the best price. I'm sorry. Do you know the egg whites? If there's any, maybe like the back there. Thank you so much. Thank you. I'm about to impose great wisdom right now, guys. Sometimes in life, you just gotta ask for what you want.
Thank you though, thank you.
Beef jerky is always good if you want a little protein snack on the run.
If you look at the back, there's starting to be more and more that are really like good, healthy meals. If you want something quick, something delicious.
Or you can just check out my recipe videos because they're just as easy and quick.
And if you're looking for a little sweet treats,
And also these Arctic Zero too, actually. I used to get those.
Oh, I've never had that.
Is it bad that I want another apple? Maybe a protein shake?
It's 260 calories, and we're not sure if that's real.
But we like to believe it.
We definitely like to believe it.
On my Instagram story, I got the suggestion to drive to the beach and watch the sunset, and I just felt like that was a beautiful idea.
Thank you. She said I look like Miley Cyrus. I take that as a compliment. I love her. I love especially her new single. Oh my goodness. Is it gross that I still haven't changed my workout outfit from this morning? I'm still wearing the same thing. And it's kind of cold. I underestimated the weather today. I feel like it's summer even though we're still in January. Something that I want to talk with you guys about, because I want us to be besties on this channel, is dating. Because all of last year, I completely shut myself off of it because I'd just gotten out of a relationship and I just wanted to focus on myself, work on my goals, work on my self-love and live life, and I really was enjoying that, and so I was just so closed off to it. I did do the 10 dates in one day video as like a fun thing, but I don't feel like I was actually like open to it at that point. It was all just for funsies. I even shared that in the video, that it was like because my dad was like always calling and asking me how my dating life was going, and I was always like, nothing new. And then I was like, Dad, are you gonna stop asking me if I start going on dates? But I think that I did some reflection, both in Bali, but also especially since coming back, and I think I'm ready for it. And I was listening to this podcast with Jay Shetty and Lewis Howes, where Jay Shetty is talking about how like love comes when you least expect it, but then he was saying that like he actually doesn't believe in that. He feels like you have to be open to it, you have to almost like have an intention behind it to develop that love. And I do feel like every time I found someone, not that I've found many, I only had like a few relationships in my life, but every time I have had one, I've at least like gotten to a point where it's like, okay, I'm open now. And it's usually been when I've been feeling really good within myself, but then also being open to relationships. And guys, I applied and got accepted for this dating app. It's like a famous dating app.
I hate myself for saying that, but what happened was I go onto the app and one of the first people that I swipe through is like someone I had a little bit of a celeb crush on, and then take a screenshot because I'm like, I want to show this to my friends, but the app is like, we're gonna ban you if you ever do that again. So we're off to a great start.
Or it's just like for creative, so you have to be, where did I put my phone? It's called Raya, and you have to be accepted for it, and so I've been swiping a little bit. The question is whether or not I'm actually willing to meet up with people. That's always like the struggle. Like, yeah, you can sign up for an app, but like, are you actually willing to do that?
I promise this is the last thing you're gonna hear from Editing Prunella, but here is the thing. I have become a master at letting go of excuses when it comes to working out and eating healthy and anything self-development related. But if a guy asks me out, I am a master at letting my excuses take over, because, you know, there's just so many other beautiful things I could spend my time doing. And so that would have to be an area of growth, and I'm not ready to commit to anything yet, but we're just taking baby steps. And that's all I can do right now.
That's where commitment comes in. What do you prioritize? Are you going to prioritize doing that or not? And we'll maybe get to that. But at least I did the first step, right? I like opened myself up, and then we'll figure out the rest. We'll take it from there. But first step is the first step. I'm proud of myself. Also, I just love watching the ocean. I've really decided that I want to live a more balanced life this year, because last year I was just working nonstop, which is also, I've been doing that for a few years now. And I feel like already here in January, I'm actually doing well with the work that I am doing. I'm creating so much and it feels good what I'm creating, but I'm also having fun, seeing friends. I drank alcohol like once, but like we're also just in January. I'm trying my best to like step outside of my normal, disciplined, very strict way of living, like still having the things that are important to me. Watch the sun go down. I'm actually about to pee my pants, so I don't know if I can stay till then. And I definitely have to find a restroom. Also, right here is where I ended my first marathon, the one that I ran without training. Also, honestly, I don't know how I feel about the whole dating app thing, but I did find my ex from there, and we ended up having an incredible relationship for the years we were together. So it's like, I kind of hate it, but I also kind of am grateful for it, you know? Where are you at with that? Because, I mean, if you don't go out, then like, where do you meet people?
Prunella, nice to meet you. Yeah.
You look like you're into fitness.
I am into fitness, yeah.
What you do, like?
I got a special request from my friend, so we may have to stop by Chipotle. And I'm thinking that with that, I could show you the most low-calorie, high-protein Chipotle meal ever for the guns, for the muscles.
You can absolutely reach your weight loss or fitness goals even when you eat out. It's all about what you choose. Like maybe you want to get the burrito with all the toppings if you're looking to gain, and maybe you want to choose the salad bowl with extra veggies and protein if you're looking to lean out. Chicken is usually the safe protein option to go for, but I was feeling like steak today. Also, I'm not trying to lose weight. I'm just maintaining and have been doing that for a while.
I am such a mess. So my whole car seat was white because I accidentally dropped my whole Chipotle.
Hola, buenos dias.
Buenos dias! I have a delivery for you!
Are you kidding me?
No! I'm at Santa Monica, so like I'll be there in maybe 10 minutes. I am not joking you. Everything I do is 44.
So it was really good, but I can like taste the sodium that they put in on my tongue, on the beef.
That's so funny. There's literally a food truck outside of his apartment.
God, you already got in here? What the heck?
I did.
I
jumped the fence.
No, you didn't. What the heck, you little athlete?
I did. With a Chipotle in my
God,
hand.
I freaking
But
love
Chris,
you.
okay.
Listen.
What the heck?
So there's a Chipotle, right? All
Yeah.
the way from Santa Monica.
Yeah, all the way from Santa Monica. This is the deluxe Chipotle.
Oh yeah. Do you know you literally could walk outside your door and get one in that thing right there?
You just have this one. I'm editing my like last video or whatever, and it's like there's this one clip and I'm like, did you tell them that I'm the greatest person ever? And you're like, I would never say that. And then I have another clip, you're like, yeah, you're the coolest.
Okay, how do we do this? Run your Chipotle.
Yeah,
over.
don't run over.
I just had one of the most awkward conversations in my entire life in a phone call. So here's what happened. I had told my friend something about me, but I realized then after, when the person was like, oh my gosh, I love that you're just sharing this with me, like you're so open always, I really admire that. I realized when they were saying that I was like, wait, actually maybe this isn't the entire truth. And in that moment I was like, wait, is it not? I didn't know, and I didn't say anything. But then I realized, like, actually it wasn't the entire truth. So I called them now, and it was the most awkward situation, but I just felt like when I preach to people, they should speak up, even when it's like saying those things that are uncomfortable, that may things that they don't feel like saying. But if it is the whole truth and they pride themselves to be an authentic, honest person, then, you know, I need to do that myself as well. And so I called them up. It was the most awkward conversation, but now I just feel so good, so free. And I think that we're always going to feel that way, regardless of how challenging the conversation is. If we stay aligned with who it is that we deep down want to be, doing the right thing, whatever that is for us, is always going to be the right thing. And I feel so good right now. So maybe this is your sign. I don't know in what way this could relate, or if it even made sense to anybody, but I feel so good right now when I share the entire truth, because I like to be someone who is authentic in all my friendships. And so awkward, challenging conversations are sometimes necessary.
Good night, my beautiful loves. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Oh my goodness, it's been an amazing day, and I can't believe you watched till the end. Thank you. I love you. I hope you have a beautiful day and that you get to your heart today.